Oh, my wonderful people. It all happened. This news, okay, let me call it a summarize of what we all witnessed from last year, 2022, to this year on the political class or political elites, or on those ones who make law that they don't keep to their laws. We have to have a deep reflection on this country called Nigeria. And there's a question, despite the fact that I know, and most of us have answers to that question, or we know answers to that question, but I still need to ask. Because our people, there's an adage in Igbo language that says, Onye ajuju adaghị efu ụzọ. And the question is that country called Nigeria moving at the right direction? I know most of you here will say no, and most will say yes. Well, ndị Igbo sị gịnị, uche onye adịghị njọ. Your own answer and mine must not be the same. Everybody have their own understanding, and I cannot force you to do what? To follow my own understanding. Well, after the elections, or after the selection that produced the person that they sworn in today as the 16th president of the Fulani government of Nigeria, permit me to use that word, they said it is time for healings. And from the day I heard that word up to today, I am still asking myself, healing about what? What are we healing onto? Does it mean that we get it wrong in the time of the selection processes? Even till today, the people that came out and tell us that it is time for healing have not tell us the reason or what we are healing, what the healing is all about. I always follow the footstep of my able idol, Rufai Oseni of the Arise TV. He keep on asking this question, even up to today. He's still asking, what are we healing for? What is the healing is all about? Yeah. Because anybody will commit sin, no saying commit sin. That's your conscience. The conscience that make you to be a human being will caution you and even and tell you that you have gone wrong. Just like the Bible says that we have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So, my dear people, this warning have come and gone. Now it is time to face the real music. You know why I'm happy today? I'm not happy because the election was a success, or the election was a perfect one. I'm happy because the most of the youths that we all are fighting for are the same people who are castigating us for saying what is right and what is not right. So easy for them to forget, simply because of ordinary 5,000 or 10,000 naira that cannot even give you a better pot of soup. They forget no, not they forget, except they sold off their birthright, supporting and defending what is not defendable. If you go on the internet and say anything about the APC presidential candidate or anything that concerns them, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, you will hear where the same youths that suffered in the past 8 years. If you are talking about unemployment of the youths, it have hit 60% of the total Nigerian population. Then how many remains? Underemployment, they will have over 133 million people living in abject poverty. A country of 220 million people with almost everything you can think of that God used to bless a nation. Well, I don't blame Bakassi that says that the whites have their own challenges. Their own challenges might be earthquake, landslide, whatever. That in Africans, we have a very good weather. The only challenge we have is bad government. You can't have it all. This so-called APC have done really a lot to the people of Nigeria. From unknown bishop, they are the one that form unknown government. Yes, I can even say it right in their face. Unknown government is being formed to tarnish the image of the Southeast and anyone that comes out from there. If that is not the reason or the motive behind it, can you tell me what happens or what P2B got to do with the US envoy that have been attacked by unknown gunmen? The same people, according to Uche Ogbago, he said people who go to the Dibia in the night, early in the morning you will see them in front of the seat as deacons, patrons of the church. And the bird that saw them last night and also saw them this morning when they are being appeared in front seat, he keep on shouting, Okochukwu na the same people. Okochukwu na the same people. The same people who bring the unrest in the Southeast just to tarnish the image of anyone that rises from that very state. Just to tarnish the image of that very region so that no investors will think of coming there. Just to tarnish the image of the IPOP, Biafrans, and the agitation that is going on in the Southeast. The question is, Nigeria, my people, the use of Nigeria, which way forward? A new government is here again. Maybe we can take 4 years or 8 years, but be rest assured that they are not giving up in 4 years. Because every strategic position that you made them to handle the power until the last day of 8 years, they will do what? They will implement it. So now, the youth that keep on shouting Jagaban, 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 one name, Orona no Mume. Youth unemployment. The most important part of it is the insecurity in our land. Nigeria have been the only country from 1999. Let's forget about the military rule. From 1999 till date, they are still campaigning to give us good road and water and electricity. Basic amenities that make life easy. Nigerian politicians cannot give you. The poor man in the village never asks you to come and account for him or her, how much you are making from the government, how much you are being paid, what is your gratuities. I mean, the pension you are collecting as a governor, as a minister, as a senate, as a retired military, as a commander, or as ex-president. They never ask you that. Only 3 things is what they ask you. Give them good road to transport their farm produce to the market. Give them water, security, and light. Every other thing, they can work it by themselves. They never ask you for food. But for you to see how wicked, the wickedness that is running in the blood of Nigerian politicians, none of these things they will give to you. Look at what is happening in Port Harcourt. Governor Wike, he can come out now and boast he build thousands of flyovers. I beg, make I ask you, no person wake up, we get car, they fly over. No, be say it's not that I'm criticizing him, but please do not get me wrong. After all, those people who squander their own money. Look at what is happening in Zamfara State now. A new elected governor now have meet empty pocket and empty account, whereby the EFCC is probing the governor Metawale Bello of over 70 billion naira fraud. Where did this money come from? Tomorrow now you will expect this guy now to be fighting the bandit that is terrorizing that country with empty-handed. If he didn't deliver tomorrow, they will criticize him. They have built that bridge to make sure that anyone that's come before them, if that person is not from their party, that person must surely collapse, or the ministry of that person, they will make it ungovernable for them. My dear brothers and sisters, my listeners and my subscribers, this is sober reflection. You may not hear news from this broadcasting and just want to reflect on some certain things being happening in Nigeria. The president have come and gone. Buhari is going. His people and his kinsmen in Daura, Katsina State is waiting for him. If he do well, they will welcome him well. If he don't do well, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, because under his administration, his kinsmen has been kidnapped and killed and slaughtered in broad daylight. Yet, They are boasting that they have produced the president of the Fulani government of Nigeria. I have listened to the promises of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is the Fulani government of Nigeria president, because that is what we are having now. But after 8 years, he will hand over to Fulani again. And the Igbos, the main Igbos were supposed to come back home and call all on their prominent men, let them gather together to know what they do to get the Biafra that Bazen Namdekano is vying for or agitating for. No, none of them. I want to show you one headline now. I want to show you one headline that will let you to understand that, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, if they don't know you, they don't know you. Do you know that the governor of Anambra State, where his name be Chukwu Machasi Soludo Mbafu, he was denied access to VIP section at the Eagle Square in Abuja? Maybe you didn't hear that. Hear it clear. Soludo was denied access to VIPs. Governor of Anambra State, he was denied access to VIPs area or section in the ongoing inauguration in Eagle Square, Abuja. Now, the part of those people we vow that Biafra can never stand other than what they want. Anyway, my good people, let me just summarize my my talk with just a little news here, so that we can continue watching, because we are watching from afar. We can continue watching the inauguration as the thing is playing out. Tinubu's inauguration moment, Soludo, Ganduje were denied access to VIP section. The outgoing governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, and current governor of Anambra State, Charles Chukwuma Soludo, met with obstacles at the swearing-in ceremony of the new president at Eagle Square in Abuja. This comes after the personalities tried to enter the place reserved for dignitaries with the golden invitation, but the security operatives stopped them, saying that the invitation card they had was green and only persons with the gold card were allowed to enter there. According to the BBC Hausa, the former Kano State governor and his wife waited for more than 10 minutes before he took his fate and returned to the section reserved for people with green invitation card. Charles Soludo, after having a slight altercation with the security operatives like Ganduje, went away to sit in the section with people who had green invitation card. You can as well see the video. Wahala no dey finish you. Chukwuma Charles Soludo, it don't happen to you, abi? Shebi don collect update. More is still coming. No be you go to tackle P2B, say P2B no be anything. Now the people where they support, they don't left you behind. They have abandoned you. They have left you behind. Now you are left famished, frustrated, angered, and they made you to sit with the common people here, with the commoners in the country. Governor of Anambra State, for that matter. Tinubu has been sworn in as Nigeria's number 16 president. 2023 Northern presidency failed because P2B left PDP. Okowa laments. And I don't know when I chase them out. Ndara. The outgoing Delta State governor and 2023 vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Ifeanyi Okowa, has stated that a northerner could have succeeded President Muhammadu Buhari if P2B didn't leave the PDP. According to Okowa, the PDP has analyzed and concluded on how to present a northern candidate with a southern running mate as the best way to counter the All Poverty Congress APC from getting massive block votes in the 2023 elections. The party threw its presidential ticket open with a former Vice President Atiku Abubakar eventually emerging as the PDP candidate. However, the Delta State governor said the decision of Obi to join the race for the ticket threw up southeast and religious sentiments, and his eventual decision to dump the party for the Labour Party affected votes of the PDP. He made the submission during a chat with a journalist on Sunday in Asaba. According to Okowa, the Northern Presidency would have succeeded if Obi didn't leave the PDP because it didn't favor you. Now you are castigating and blaming Obi. I belong to the PDP, and for me as a person and for the majority of the people in the PDP, they believe that our pathway to victory was to have a northern candidate and a southern vice, he said. Why? Because we are not a majority. The only thing that turned our reasoning out was when Obi came out from the southeast, and there were a lot of feelings that came in among the Christians. So it ate very deep into our votes, and that is what led to the loss of elections, Okowa added. Why I will keep apologizing on behalf of obedience, Peter Obi speaks. The Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Peter Gregory Obi, has insisted he would continue to apologize on behalf of his supporters, popularly known as the Obedience. Nigerian reports that Peter Obi made this known on the Parallel Fast Media Twitter Space program held on Sunday, May 28, 2023. During the media chat, a supporter urged the former Anambra State governor to stop apologizing on behalf of the Obedience, irrespective of how the opposition parties cautioned him to call his supporters to order. However, Peter Obi has asserted that there is nothing wrong in apologizing, and it is part of the new Nigeria many are yearning for. According to him, his style of leadership might be perceived as a weakness. Nevertheless, he will not stop apologizing. He said, I will continue to apologize on behalf of the family because it is part of the new Nigeria we want to build, where people can assert themselves and say, you are wrong because I am not perfect, and apologize where necessary. I want us to build a family where we can be together. Even when we are talking about a new Nigeria, people say Peter Obi can do it, and I say I won't do it alone. If we have succeeded, we will bring the best people on board, and if we find anybody wanting, we won't even take a second to throw the person overboard and move on with another new person, because things must work in this country. I worked in a system where I tell people to challenge me. We are co-partners in this struggle. All I assure you is that you will not find me wanting. My style might appear to be weak, and I always tell people that humility is not a weakness. It is a virtue, and there is nothing wrong in saying I am sorry, and I will continue to say it. We would get there as long as I don't do what would offend the family. I have a bit of my own style, and I allow people to do theirs as well. This one is Peter Obi. Tunumbu, this is a time for a deep reflection. According to Peter Obi, the full text is here. The presidential candidate, in a lengthy statement on his Twitter handle on Monday morning, Peter Obi stated that Tunumbu's inauguration calls for deep reflection. The former Anambra State governor said that the judiciary is part of the democratic enterprise and a critical governance tool for determining the propriety of the decision and the actions of every citizen and every situation of the state, urging everyone to treat it with the respect and dignity it deserves. He added that he expects that Nigerian judiciary will use the election cases now before it to reaffirm its independence and integrity. Read the full text below. For all Nigerians, this is a time for deep reflection. It is also a time to re-examine our assumptions, even as we reaffirm our hopes. Let us calmly review our aspirations in order to recalibrate our expectations and pin down the causes of our missed opportunities and disappointments. We stand at that critical moment in time when, as a people, we must collectively come to grips with the reality of our injured destiny as well as the reasons for that injury. It is for us to reassess our plight as a young democracy and identify clear pathways to a better and greater future for us all. As we await the verdict of the election tribunal, I urge all Nigerians to use this opportunity to review their commitment to the Nigerian idol. That ideal remains noble and worth every sacrifice we can make. Nigeria remains our only patrimony, and it is a patrimony we must protect rather than violate. We have no other nation but this, so let us remain committed in rescuing and rebuilding it. The judiciary is part of the democratic enterprise and a critical governance tool for determining the propriety of the decisions and actions of every citizen and every institution of state. To that extent, and for that reason, I urge everyone to treat it with the respect and dignity it deserves. We expect that the Nigerian judiciary will use the election cases now before them to reaffirm its independence and integrity. It has to do so for all our sakes and for itself. Nigerians must therefore remain peaceful and law-abiding, no matter the depth of anyone's reservation about what is going on in the polity today, no matter the real and imagined provocations, and no matter the disagreement over there. We should remember that this will not last forever. I remain committed and untiring in my determination to work with the like-minded fellow Nigerians to end the cause of missed opportunities and squandered hope that has become our lot here. I will never shrink from that original commitment, because I firmly believe that we must change from the present politics of criminality and corruption. In order to make a new Nigeria possible, I call on fellow Nigerians, especially the youth, to remain steadfast, calm, patient, and peaceful. Our journey may be long and difficult, but it is worth in every way. Victory is assured. We have to work together to move our beautiful country from corruption and criminality to enter a productivity rather than aimless consumption. I am aware of some evil designs being hatched against me and my supporters in the coming months. Efforts will be made to taunt my image. Campaigns of calumny are being perfected to defame my character and diminish my hard-earned integrity. These schemes will aim at degrading our support based on confusion and confusing the public, but no evil campaign will alter the substance of my character, nor diminish my patriotic commitment to a better Nigeria. It is about the future of our youths. It is about ending the years of low cost. In all this, I thank Nigerians, our great party, Labour Party, and the media. The latter, as the fourth estate of the realm, has remained a trusted ally. This estate must continue to guide our people on the immense promise of a future in a new Nigeria. God bless Nigeria and protect the troops, keeping us safe in this season of voting insecurity. When I hear them, so my good people, make gonna use this one just they step down. I'll be right back. I am signing out. Like, share, comment, and also do what? Make sure you are subscribing to my channel. Make sure you are sharing my content, and make sure that whatever you are doing, put this channel first, because a lot of news, a lot of wisdoms, a lot of updates is coming from this Okute Daily Talk. This is a channel with a difference. We don't propaganda and we don't give fake news. Every news you hear from this platform, believe it, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, it is 1-to-1. If not, I will pian to pian. So I will come your way again. I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk. We're gonna do what? We're gonna continue to share my content. I'll be right back.